Welcome back to the Late Nye Show. I'm your host, Amber Nye. Last week we had an amazing episode featuring history teacher Miss Malad. Be sure to check out that episode. This week I have former student Allegra Friedel on the show, and I can't wait to get her to know her with you guys. And now I'd like to welcome Allegra Friedel to my show. Thank you so much for being on the show, Allegra.
Thank you for having me.
So you used to be in Dover. You used to attend DS through 6th grade through 9th grade?
Yes.
But then unfortunately you had to move away.
I did.
Yes. So, but you often return and you visit friends. What makes you return and come back each time?
So I really do love everyone in Dover-Sherborn. They were like a big part of my life. I move a ton, so being here for 4 years was the longest I've ever been in one place ever in my life. And I feel like 6th grade through 9th grade was like a big pivotal moment in how I grew up. And everyone here is just so like important to me. And I love hanging out with my friends. You know, we've made so many memories together. It is truly just a big part of how I grew up in my life.
Yeah. That's wonderful. And the DS community is really supportive of
yes.
you. And
yes,
definitely.
They do. They always let me come back.
Well, you've lived so many places. Describe your journey and all the places that you've lived.
All right. So I was born in a little place called Wythenshawe, Manchester. Super small. But I was just born there, and I lived in Cheshire, Manchester, which is like a little bit down the road. I lived there till I was around 4 or 5, I would say, and I moved to London, England, which everyone knows, London. And I lived there up until I was 9 years old. And then my dad's job moved us to California, which he worked as like a Fox analyst, and we lived there for 2 years. And then I moved to Massachusetts because he was a coach for an MLS team down the road. And then we lived here for 4 years. I took a short period of my life in Florida for 3 months. It was an experience. I made some connections there, not as many as I did in Massachusetts, but it was definitely an experience. And then from Florida, I moved to Colorado, which is where I currently live now, and I've lived there for 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming your favorite is Massachusetts?
It is my favorite. Could you tell?
California school, what was your favorite thing about being in California?
California, it had to be the beach. I lived right by the beach, right on PCH Highway, it's a very famous highway down in Malibu. The beach was just right across the road, so me and my mum and my siblings just took off our shoes and ran across the street all the time. Quite dangerous, but you know, it was an experience, and we would just go on the beach, collect sea gloss and things. So that's probably one of my favorite memories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, you have an accent, as many people could probably tell. How is it being British, and how is it being in America?
You know, when I first moved to America, I didn't think that being British was all that cool because, you know, I lived around Brits.
Yeah,
I lived around the English all the time. It was nothing new to me. And, you know, as soon as I moved to California, it was like, whoa, you have an accent. That's so cool. I've never met anyone that has an accent. I would get, can you say water bottle? Can you say pavement? Which is a weird one. Can you say, you know, all these things? And I was like, why do you want to know? It's like not all that interesting.
Yeah, like to you, it's not.
No, it's
special,
really not.
Yeah.
It's just like normal to me. So to me, being British, it's cool, and I'm embracing it, I guess, a little bit more, but you know, it's kind of normal for me. It's the norm, but to everyone else, it's very exotic, I guess you could say.
Do people comment on your accent often?
Every day I get something. Oh, I'm hearing an accent there. Where are you from? I do get, are you from Australia? Quite a bit.
Really?
I do, and I go, no, I'm from England, and they go, isn't that in Australia? And I say no, it's not at all, but you know, I do get comments on it a lot, but you know, they're nice comments. They're not like mean or awful. It's just like, can you say this? I like it. Yeah.
What's your favorite British food?
My favorite British food is going to have to be cottage pie, but I have some like grievances with the way people say cottage pie because sometimes they say shepherd's pie, but you know, there's a difference, and to me it like irks me a little bit, but I'm not going to be like, that's wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because shepherd's pie is
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Shepherd's pie is made with lamb.
Oh,
Cottage
interesting.
Pie is beef.
Because
It's the difference.
So you are starting a podcast up for your
senior project.
Yeah. So what is it called? What's the vibe?
So the name is Lounging with Legs, and that named. I'll give a shout out to the quarterback in my physics class, Caden. He came up with the name. But it's for my senior project, and it's like a little podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Actually, you'll be on it quite a bit. Yeah, it's just going to be a little thing to like push me out of my comfort zone, because I'm not normally like doing a lot of public speaking or like questioning people. And, it's just going to be like a little intro to like
that sounds
what
so
I want
fun.
to do later.
That's really good. Well, you mentioned your dad's job, and
Yes.
if those who don't know you, your dad is Brad Friedel, the former soccer player.
He is.
How did he take the realization that none of his children are going to grow up and play soccer and fall in his footsteps?
He's completely fine with it. I think he wants us more to like be happy in the field that we end up doing than following in his footsteps. I would say my mum was a little more like, no, you guys have to play football. But, it's like weird. You would think that growing up around the sport so much, you would really want to do it. But I think I've just gotten bored of it. Like, I love watching it. I do love, like, supporting the teams. But I played for a long time.
Wow.
Not until high school, like, younger, like everyone does. And it just really wasn't my thing. There's other things that I like to do.
And that's okay, yeah.
That's okay.
What was like the coolest or funniest celebrity interaction that you've had with your father?
The funniest? He's not like a huge celebrity, I wouldn't say, but his name is Alexi Law. And he was also on the US national team with my dad. And in Portland, Oregon, I was there for like a little birthday trip, and my dad was taking me to a game. And they had mixed up my name tag, so they thought I was Alexi's kid.
Oh.
So I was walking around with a little name tag that said Allegra Law. And they're like, oh, are you his kid? And I went, no, I'm Brad's. But that had to have been
That's
the
pretty
funniest
funny.
thing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, your birthday is in 4 days. You're turning 18. How are you going to handle your newfound adult responsibilities?
I think the first thing I'm going to do is get a tattoo.
Really?
with my sister.
Aw.
She's 21. We've been talking about it for a long, long time.
That's really nice.
Just like a cute little small one somewhere secret, so don't tell anybody.
Okay. That's really nice. Well, we just had Halloween.
We did.
And speaking of holidays, what's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is Christmas.
Really?
But probably a bad thing to say, but it's not because of the meaning behind Christmas. I just really, really like presents. I really love presents and Christmas and the winter and like the snow and the music. It's just so lovely.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite present that you've ever given?
Given?
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite present that I ever gave was probably a mug to my brother. He cried. It wasn't mean, but I called him flatulent.
What?
And you know what that means? That just means he like passes gas a lot.
Oh.
Yes, and he did find
Did
that
the
a
mug
little...
say this?
It did.
Wow.
It did. But it was like more creative. It was like, do you know, on the back of like food packages,
Mm-hmm.
and like it says calories and fat.
Oh, really?
And it would say like funniness, annoyingness, blah 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 percent. And
Oh.
100% it was flatulent.
That's really
I thought it was a
funny.
little mean, but
Oh, that's okay.
I thought it was meaningful.
Older siblings always have to play pranks on their younger
I know.
siblings.
They do.
And how old is your brother?
My brother is 13 now.
Wow.
I know, he's old.
That's crazy.
He's very old.
Is he sad about you going away to college next year?
He hasn't explicitly said it, but I would hope he is. I would hope he feels a little sad. I mean, he'll have the whole house to himself. You know, my older sister's gone, I'll be gone. And then my other siblings obviously don't live in Colorado, but, you know,
Yeah.
he should be sad. He has a lot of support there, though.
That's really
a lot of
nice.
family and lots
Yeah,
of friends,
definitely.
so he should be fine.
Yeah. And speaking of Halloween, what were you dressed as?
I was Bruno Mars, and
really
I was
fun.
actually quite a few costumes. I was Bruno Mars, Lara Croft, a French person, and I'm blanking on the last one, but I'm going to be Timothy Chalamet.
Wow, that's
I know.
so exciting. Well, you play volleyball, and you actually helped me start the volleyball club
did,
back when we were freshmen. Well, what's your position that you play, and do you have any funny stories from playing volleyball?
Well, I was a right side hitter, like a little bit of an outside hitter, so it was just, you know, hitting the ball. And the funniest story, I think, it was like our second game maybe, and it was an away game, and I went to go block, and I slipped over my shoes and I literally went all the way under the net and onto the other side of the court. And people were looking at me like, what are you doing? And, you know, all you can really do in that situation is laugh it off. So it was funny to me. You know, I don't think embarrassment is real. It's a mindset.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, so that had to have been the funniest.
Nice. Well, you and I have been friends since... Well, we've known each other since you first moved in 6th grade.
Yes.
But we've been, like, officially friends since we were in 8th grade.
A long time.
Would you like to talk about how we kindled that friendship over FaceTime through the hybrid year during COVID?
Yeah, so we were in maths class together, and I could be completely wrong, but I think it's because we called each other about maths.
Yeah.
And then I started buying things on Amazon, and then forcing you to buy things on Amazon so we could use them together, and, you know, it was just kind of kindled over maths. And then Amazon, and then Zoom calls.
Yeah.
Lots of Zoom calls.
And we would FaceTime a lot and spend like all day
on FaceTime. My screen time was insane.
Which is why I think we've still kept that friendship after definitely. You've moved, because we're just so used to
being on FaceTime.
Yeah.
It's like not fun.
Yeah, so like I call you every day when you're not here.
Every single day. Amber calls me as soon as I open the door to get home from school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, one of the more funnier moments of our friendship was the time that we tried to make brownies or a chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. Yep.
Would you like to explain that story?
Okay, so this was completely my fault, but we were making chocolate cake. I don't remember what for, but I was putting in the cocoa, and then when Amber wasn't looking, she told me to turn on the little mixer, and I put it all the way on level 5, and the cocoa powder went everywhere. Oh my! It was so bad. Yeah, no, that was
like the whole kitchen was
covered in cocoa powder.
And I had to spend like the next hour cleaning everything up.
In the drawers were covered in cocoa powder. It was everywhere. It was on us.
Yeah, and then I got really mad at you.
You did get very mad at me.
Yeah, I mean, like, use your common sense. You put it on high, everything's gonna go everywhere.
That was so bad. I did actually feel really bad.
Yeah, you did. It's okay. But now we joke about it.
That.
Yeah.
That was so funny. Oh my god, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just remembering, one of the things we used to do on FaceTime, I don't know if you remember, but we used to play Uno. So like,
yes, with our own decks.
Yeah, so like I would have a deck, you would have a deck.
Yeah, I really remember over summer when I was in Florida, and then you would call me and we would either play Among Us, which was a huge thing back in whatever year that was, and then Uno.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
We were creative.
Because then we would have like a discard pile and tell us what was on the top of the discard pile.
It was creative.
It was good.
We would also play Solitaire.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because Solitaire is a single game, but we would play it like...
We would play it together and see who could win
the fastest.
Very competitive.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, and so you're here for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some plans this Saturday.
We do.
For your birthday.
We do. We're going down to Six Flags on Saturday morning with a few friends, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be freezing.
Yeah.
But
we'll see how it is. Being on the tall rides.
Oh yeah, and this is going to be your first time at an amusement park.
I've been to an amusement park before. I've just never been to Six Flags specifically.
Okay. Six Flags on big rides.
No, so I'm excited.
Yeah. We're going to do Superman first.
But are we going to be cold on like the top ones when we go at night?
I think the adrenaline will just come.
We'll keep you warm.
It will keep you warm.
Yeah.
We'll do some jumping jacks in the line.
Okay.
I think that will be the coldest part.
The line.
We're going to be very cold, and you're going to be nervous too. Especially on my first one, I'm always nervous, but you just get over it.
Yeah, but then it's fun after all.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping.
No, it will be.
Okay.
Unless you absolutely hate them.
No, I have confidence in myself.
I have confidence in yourself too.
Thank you.
You just can't look
at
the roller coaster when it's going.
Now we're going to play a little game. It's basically going to be charades. So we're going to switch off halfway through, but I will set a timer and we'll see how many of these charades Allegra can guess. Mm-hmm. And then we'll switch and we'll see how many I can guess. So I'm just going to shuffle these up. So I don't know what comes next.
Oh, Lord.
And then I'll set a timer on my phone. Okay.
Picking flowers.
Yes. Good job.
Look at that.
Okay.
Okay. Bowling. Oh, the thing toss when you put the balls in the cups.
No.
Oh, cornhole.
Yes.
Bang gavel. You're a judge.
Yes. You're really good at this. Okay.
Pogo stick.
Yes. What? Okay.
Airplane.
But
You're flying an airplane. Oh, you're drinking tea
No.
on a private jet. Now you're sleeping on a jet. It's one private jet.
I'm skimming.
Yeah, what was it?
Flying in first class.
Oh.
Okay.
Listening. Hearing. Okay, listening. Play flute.
No.
Band.
I'm saying it.
What was it?
I was listening to classical music.
That was okay.
Rowing. Paddleboarding.
Yes.
Okay. Giving an award. You just won an award.
Yeah.
Okay. You're riding a bike?
Oh, I guess it's a review.
Okay, wait, sit down. You have to sit back down. You're kicking something. Pedaling. Pedaling what? A bike. A trike. A tricycle.
Trike. Okay.
Flexing. Working out.
Yeah.
Rolling a ball. Bowling. Bowling a ball.
You did that one.
You're looking for something. You're a pirate. You're looking for a pirate. You're
Sailing.
Aw. All right. That was
I think
good. That
we
was
did all
good.
of
You
them.
were really good. Well, thank you so much for being on my show, Allegra. This was so much fun.
Cool.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out last week's episode as well as next week's episode.